Hi guys, this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and today I am going to share a recipe that was highly requested. Quite a few months ago on my personal Facebook page, I put a picture of this chili that I make, and a lot of my friends and a lot of subscribers that are connected to me on my personal page asked me to share it. So since I was going to make this for dinner tonight, I thought that I would utilize the opportunity and show you guys how I make it. So the first thing that you want to start with, obviously, if you'll notice my water coming up to a boil, it's got a little bit of salt in it. I'm going to turn it down because I don't want this to boil over. I'm just going to simply add in 1 cup of dry elbow macaroni. Now this is very inexpensive to buy and it's very easy to find. So just 1 cup of elbow macaroni. Once this gets done, then we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, we're back. My macaroni is done. And in this pot I have 1 pound of ground turkey. And then I have 1 small diced onion. And I've already diced this up. And at this point, all you want to do now is you just want to brown your onion and your meat together until they are done. And then we'll be back in a second and I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, you guys can see that I am browning this meat and the onions together. And you just want to basically just make sure that your meat is all broke up and that it is completely cooked through. You don't have to use ground turkey. You can use ground beef if you would like. But you guys, if you all have been watching me a while, you know that I don't eat a lot of ground beef, that we prefer a lot of turkey. For one thing, it's cheaper, and another thing, it's better for you. But the thing that I prefer the most in this recipe is deer meat, but I don't have any this year. So maybe I will get some for Christmas, I don't know. My dad sometimes comes down and he visits and brings me some, so we will see. I don't know, might not get any this year. So my meat and my onion are pretty good. They look like they are getting pretty done. You want to make sure your meat is cooked all the way through. Don't want raw meat in your chili. That would be not very tasty. So now at this point, I'm going to add 1 can of tomato soup. I'm just going to add that in there. And I saved my can because sometimes I put a little bit of water in there just to make sure that I got it all out. I want to add a can of chili beans. These are just chili kidney beans. You want to stir that in and make sure that gets well and combined. See, it's starting to look a little bit more like chili now. Now, this is totally optional for you all. If you want to use strictly chili beans, by all means do that. If you want to use 3 cans of chili beans, you can, but I'm just using what I have, and I have some white kidney beans, and I'm just going to add that to it. I'm going to add 2 cans, so it's 3 cans total of whatever beans you like. You can even use a black bean if you would rather use that. That would be fine too. And I think in my picture that everybody saw and was so crazy about, I believe that I used a red kidney bean throughout that recipe. But because I have these on hand today, this is just what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to add 1 can of whole kernel corn. Now if you don't like corn, you just leave it out. You don't need to have the corn if you don't want it. Now I want this to cook up really, really good. You know, you want it all heated through. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my tomato soup can, so I can make sure I get all of that out. It's about 1/4 of a can of water there. Just making sure I'm getting all the ingredients out of there. Now, next thing that I want to add is my chili seasoning mix. Now, I'm going to leave down below in the description box how I make this up, but I make a large quantity of this seasoning up in a jar, and then this is about 3 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more. What I suggest you do is maybe put a couple tablespoons in your chili. Test it, you know, taste it, make sure it's spicy enough for you. If it's not, add enough of the chili seasoning to fit your preference. So I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning to my chili. Now it's really starting to take on that look of chili. And then I'm going to add my macaroni. Now I need to get a spoon so I can get it. Oops. I'm going to add my cooked macaroni to the pot. I've already boiled it and it's already been drained. There we go. And you want to stir that in. Now I bring this up to a simmer, and I let this simmer for about, I don't know, about at least 5 minutes, just to kind of give this time to kind of, you know, kind of meet one another in this pot. So once this gets done, and it gets done simmering, I'll show you how I serve it up, and then my family and I are going to eat dinner. Okay, here's my chili in my little cups. These come from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love these little cups. In fact, I think it was not the last Dollar Tree haul, but the one before that. I actually bought some more. I love them so much. So all I want to do to this soup is simply top it with some cheese. You also could put a little dollop of sour cream if you like that on your chili. And I hope you all have enjoyed this recipe, and I will definitely remember to leave the recipe for my chili seasoning down below in the description box. Hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday, and I'll be talking to you guys again soon. Bye bye.